Diabetes, more like we're gonna beat this. Millions of people around the world and millions of people just in the United States have a type of diabetes. And this number just keeps growing. Diabetes is spooky because there are a lot of conditions that may happen if someone doesn't control their diabetes. This could include blindness, kidney problems, heart problems, nerve problems, death problems, and more. It is not a fun disease to have. There is a lot of needles, a lot of blood, a lot of feeling angry, a lot of feeling tired, and a lot of other things that are not fun. The star of the story when it comes to diabetes is insulin. The best way to understand insulin is to think of it as if it was a guard in a parking garage. Insulin is the guard that decides if the little barrier gate thing will come up and let the cars through. The cars are sugar and the parking garage is a cell in your body. If there is no guard to lift the gate to let the cars go in, then the cars are going to line up into the street, definitely causing a major traffic jam. If there's no insulin to allow the sugar to enter into the cell, then there's also going to be a traffic jam of sugar in the blood. This is bad because the cell needs sugar and the blood cannot take having that much sugar in it. There are 3 types of diabetes: gestational, type 1, and type 2. Gestational diabetes is when a pregnant woman gets diabetes while she is pregnant, and then she spends the rest of her life at an increased risk for type 2 diabetes. In order to remember the word gestational, imagine a girl named Jess or Jessica, and she's pregnant and she has diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is diagnosed in kids, teenagers, and even sometimes young adults. This is when their body just And this is when the body decides to stop producing insulin. And if there's no insulin, then that sugar cannot get into the cell. That is why people with type 1 diabetes have to give themselves insulin shots in order to make up for the insulin that their body is not producing. Type 2 diabetes is when somebody's body isn't producing enough insulin, or their body and their cells are not receptive to the insulin that is being produced. Type 2 diabetes can be avoided and can even be reversed if people make the right lifestyle choices. Unfortunately, this isn't always the case, and 90 to 95% of cases of diabetes are type 2. Risk factors for type 2 diabetes include what ethnicity you are, because some ethnicities are more likely to get diabetes than others, what your family history is like. Do you have family members that have diabetes? If you are overweight or obese, you are at a greater risk for type 2 diabetes. If you are a woman with a history of gestational diabetes, or even if you're just a woman that has had a baby that weighs more than 9 pounds, that is a risk factor. If you don't want type 2 diabetes, consider this. Please exercise. The American Heart Association recommends 30 minutes 5 days a week of moderate intensity, or 75 minutes a week of high intensity, or even just a 30-minute brisk walk a day. We can also reduce our risk if we have a healthy, balanced diet, full of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean meat, lean or non-fat dairy, and making sure that we are not eating excessive amounts of foods that are high in sugar. We're talking our desserts, we're talking our candy, soda, especially soda. Another way that we could avoid type 2 diabetes is maintaining a healthy body weight. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if that's what you're into. And learning can be hard, but you're here and you're doing it. This is just a quick little synopsis on what diabetes is all about. There's a lot more information to it, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you learning with me, and I am so proud of you.